Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna go ahead and continue my series that I'm working on, which is I'm using one palette and doing the same look, just using different colors on each eye. Again, my name is Decima. If you're new here, if you want to see what look I achieved today, then keep on watching. First, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lid as I always do. And to prime my lid, I'm gonna use my Louise Eye Base. I'm actually gonna use Roma 3, and I'm gonna use an M173, which is just a concealer brush from Morphe. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different. I'm not gonna put any primer on this eye just yet. I'm gonna finish up this eye and then I'll move to the next one. And just remember, don't like drag the primer, just tap it. Perfect. And the palette that we're gonna use today is I'm gonna use my Taco palette from Glamlite. For this eye, I'm gonna go ahead and use this color right here, which is red cabbage, and I'm thinking I'm gonna use salsa verde and then onions. Wish me luck. And I'm actually gonna use a Morphe M506, and I'm gonna start with red cabbage, and I'm gonna just stamp this in the order V. And again, I'm only doing this series to kind of give you the idea to just use the same palette but use the different colors to do the same look. I love the shadows. See, I barely have any fallouts. Actually, let's go ahead and use an M441 from Morphe, and then this is a clean brush, there's no product on here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just do circular motions or movements just to get this nicely blended. I'm going back to my M506 brush. Okay, and I lose the color a little bit here. Make sure it doesn't look harsh. I'm gonna use this brush. It's just a flat eyebrow brush, and this is from Bakerie. I'm gonna go back to my Louise Base and I'll put some at the back of my hand, and time to cut in that crease. Now I'm gonna move to this brush. It is a T48 from Makeup Shack. It's just a flat shader brush like so, and we're gonna go into this color, which is the salsa verde color, and we're gonna put that in the middle. I feel like this is definitely a look I need to work on. The halo eye or spotlight eye. No, I'm actually gonna use the same brush, but I'm gonna flip it to the other side, and I'm gonna go to onion, and I'm gonna just pass this on here just a little bit to just make it not as green. And I'm gonna go back to my M506 and my first color that I used, which was red cabbage. Tap the edges nicely so it's a seamless transition. No, let me clean this up. And I still have some primer, so let's go ahead and prime this lid. I'm using the same brush, which is the M173 from Morphe. e.l.f. has a really good concealer brush as well, which I usually use to prime my lids. I'm actually gonna use another Morphe M506 brush, and back to my same Taco palettes or Viva Taco palettes, and I'm gonna use this color right here, which is called Carne Asada. Same process. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp this in my order V. Gonna do the same thing, just kind of buff the edges to make sure there's no harsh edges, and I'm gonna go back in with a wider brush or larger brush, sorry. Okay, now I have a Morphe M518, and which is a clean brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and buff the edges. A couple days ago I tried to film this tutorial or this stage in my series, and I was having a lot of issue blending on top of this eye because my eyebrow hairs were kind of, even if I plugged them, it was still kind of long right here, and I could pretty much was making hair not as smooth to blend. So I just shaved it. I used actually this, This is from Stacked, but you can get this like on Amazon or anywhere, and I just use this to kind of just shave it off and take off all the extra hairs to make it nice and smooth. Again, I lose a little bit of my carne asada, I guess. I don't know. I can't really roll my tongue, so back to my brush that I use to kind of buff the edges. And it's fine if you have to go back like multiple times to kind of get the look that you want. It's okay. Let's go ahead and cut the crease like with this eye. I'm using the same brush from Beauty Bakery. Actually, let me clean it up a little bit because on this one kind of have some purple. And then don't worry, especially on me, that they look different because I have my eyes shapes are different. So I've already come to accept this. I'm gonna use my T48 brush, and I'm actually gonna use this color right here, this yellow gold color called Mexican Cheese. This color is so pretty. I feel like the shimmer in this palette is so much better than the matte. Look at this. This is so good. So I'm gonna go back to that M506, and I'm actually gonna go to this color right here, which is Canitas. Just oops. I almost go to this eye. Nope, this one. And just blend my edges. Ooh, that would have been so bad. What I did, actually, I went to this color called Radishes. It's a shimmer purple, and I just kind of blend the edges a little bit more. So much better. Just so everything looks seamless. Let's clean up under this eye. I mean, I have a little bit of color, but it's so minimal. And for my pencil, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fenty Beauty pencil. And I'm doing this again. This is not good. If you can do your liner without it, perfect. I can't. I feel like I need to get another pencil. I feel like I'm always buying like pencils because I use them like most of the time. Sometimes I don't put any makeup and I just put like forces, but I always put pencils first. Okay, let's move to the face. First, I'm gonna go ahead and prime. Sorry, I'm gonna use my eye cream under my eye. Let's not prime first before we do that. And this is the eye cream from Supergoop. And let's go ahead and moisturize the face. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Clinique moisturizers. I mix these two together, and I drop the cover again. So that's like multiple things I have to look for the cover when I'm done. You wanna make sure you show your neck some love. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my sunscreen from Supergoop, and this one is the matte. And for my primer, I'm gonna go ahead and use my No Problem primer. I don't know how I feel about this primer. I actually just have it, so I'm just using it till it finished. That is definitely not a primer I will buy, because I just don't feel it do anything for the longevity of my makeup or minimize my pores. I'm actually gonna go and take a little bit of this. This is the Clean Slate primer from Tarte. I'm just gonna press it like right here. Put it in my lifeline. To apply my foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use my 732 from Luxie, which is the airbrush foundation brush. And I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath foundation in shade 21, medium 21. Foundation is very light for during the day. If you have a lot of pigmentation, maybe not, but if you don't have a lot of areas that you need to cover, then this is amazing. So I actually just passed my foundation brush on my brows, which is no bueno, but we can just fix this quickly. That's done, nice and quick. And for my concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use this concealer from, I think it's the Vanish concealer from Hourglass, and my color is Dune. And to blend my concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush from Luxie. It's the 733. Make sure you look up so that the concealer kind of go into any creases or fine lines that you may have. I'm just using my foundation brush to just kind of tap on the edges. Actually, let's go ahead and use my Jeffree Star Cosmetic powder. Oh, and this shade I'm using is going to be Topaz. And I'm just going to use a brush. I'm actually going to use an M335 from Morphe. And just tap that in. And to set my face, I'm going to go ahead and use my powder brush from Luxie, and this is actually 734 is the airbrush powder brush. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury, and this is just the Flawless Finish powder, and this is in shade medium or number 2. There's only 3 shades in that powder, 1, 2, and 3. I love that powder, but I feel like the micro smooth powder from Savor, it's as good. And for my mascara, this is actually just a mini size one. It's the Shock mascara from YSL. I'm actually just testing this to see if I really like it. I don't know. I have like no eyelashes. I'm not even sure the camera can even pick it up. But they're not like not there. They're just really short. This is actually from ABH. I don't remember what style they are, but I actually don't really like that, to be honest with you. They kind of like the band is really dense, and I kind of like shake them around kind of like so to kind of like loosen it up, but it's still pretty dense. I'm using my same glue which I always use. It's just this from Kiss, and it's just the clear lash glue. I know some people that's allergic to aloe vera, so if you are, you might not be able to use this one. And I'm gonna use this palette right here, which is the Silhouette Contour palette from Makeup Shack. Actually, I've only had this for like a week, but I've been loving this. I mix these 2 colors together, which is bronze and sun-kissed, and I use this color right here, which is light, to kind of like shape up my bronzing or contour. I'm actually gonna get another clean brush. Let's use an M433 from Morphe. I'm gonna use my flathead brush from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna go into this color, which is the light, and just gonna bring this here, and I leave this there. So that I let bake for a little bit, just a teeny bit. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush. This is actually from ColourPop. Is one of the Super Shock blush, and this is in Growth Flirt, you know, like Growth Spurt, but Growth Flirt. And I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier brush. This is just a dual fiber brush, and I know it's dirty, but it's fine. Okay, I get my eyelash applicator. I've got my little mirror, and I just clip it like so. So actually, I'm gonna use alkaline on this eye, and then I'm thinking, and let's go ahead and use Vice on this eye. Okay, I'm actually gonna use this brush right here. It's from bdellium Tools, and I'm gonna go back to that palette, and I'm gonna use this color right here, the Red Cabbage. Since I'm doing my lower lash line, I'm actually gonna tap it up because I don't want any fallout. Since I've already done my base, I need to wipe this away. I'm just gonna use just the brush and brush to make sure I wipe all this. And I'm gonna use another M506 and just buff that in. And let's line the waterline with Vice from Urban Decay. And I'm gonna use my 506 and just buff a little bit more. I'm actually gonna use the same flathead brush. I'm just gonna clean it up and take off that purple from there, and I'm gonna go in with this color, which is Cane Asada. I'm gonna do the same thing and put it on my waterline. and we're gonna use a clean M506 and we're just gonna buff that out. Let's go ahead and line my waterline, and I'm gonna use Alkaline from Urban Decay, and back to my 506. Let's go ahead and press the lashes together. And I'm gonna use this brush right here from Morphe. It's an M213. It's so small, and I'm gonna use a wipe and kind of just wet it because I want my inner corner to really pop. And for this eye right here, I'm gonna go ahead and use Onions, which is the color that I put on top of Salsa Verde in the middle. The color is so pretty. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean the brush again, and I'm gonna go to this color, which is Mexican cheese, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Let's go ahead and dust off that excess powder that I have right here. And let's go ahead and use Le Peach from Jackie and Artist Control collab. And to apply that, I'm using a 737 highlighter brush from Luxie. I pretty much use their brushes for like my whole face, except for the blush. And let's see, what should we put on the lip? I use chestnut, but I feel like it's so dark. Maybe I'll use it, but kind of, you know, put it kind of light. Let's see. So I'm being very light-handed. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, and then this one is in shade Hot Chocolate, like chocolate, but chocolate. And let's go and set this baby in place. And to set, I'm gonna go ahead and use my makeup fixer from Ofra Cosmetics. And this is the final look. I actually really like how this came out. Okay, so if you want to see what look I come out with on my third episode of one eyeshadow palette, same look, different colors on each eye, then check out my next video. Until then, bye guys.